Hello Fretwellers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode we are going to be going on that adventure to try and find some of the new items, blocks and biomes added into the game in Minecraft 1.7. So before we do that though, I do want to take you over what's happened since the last episode. So I did make up for myself a bunch of new armor. We have Helm of Magic, which is Aqua Affinity, Protection 3 and Unbreaking 3. We have Damage Deflector, which is Protection 3, Unbreaking 3. Hot Pants, which is what I had before, but I put some Unbreaking 3 leggings that I enchanted on there. And Comfy Shoes, which are Projectile Protection 4, Feather Falling 4, and Unbreaking 3. So, got a decent set of armor there, all Unbreaking, which is great. Very, very good stuff there. Just cooking up a bunch of potatoes in these furnaces, which we are going to take with us. And I'm going to bring 2 stacks of potatoes with me. That should be plenty for this trip. And I'm also going to put my carrots away now, as we don't need those anymore. And I'm going to bring some coal with me, I think. Let me see here. Let's just bring... yeah, that much. That'll be plenty of coal. So, also we have the ender chest here. And in the ender chest I have leads in case I find any... I don't know what I brought leads for, honestly. In case I find any horses, I think. Saddle, diamond horse armor, some bones in case we run into wolves, obsidian, and flint and steel for nether portals, boats in case we do any water traveling. Got some ladders in there too, and I've got some planks and whatnot here and some wood, so we're kind of good to go on that front. So I'm going to pick up the ender chest, and what time is it? We'll see what time it is, and then we'll head off. I do have a bed with me though, so it's not too bad. Now before, I kind of went in this general direction, and we didn't find a whole lot. There was an ocean, so we're going to go the opposite way. So, as you can see here, we do have a little addition to where the zombie grinder is. I was kind of tired of creepers keep hanging around at night time up there, so I put in a little building instead of the trapdoors that I had before. And it seems to be doing the trick rather nicely, honestly. So, the objective is to find a bunch of different supplies on this mission that we haven't found yet, and some are going to be easier to get than others, because some only generate in certain places, and I'm hoping that over the next couple of episodes we can find at least the ones I desperately need. So, let's just check the supply list here. So, we need acacia saplings, dark oak saplings, melon seeds, birch saplings, jungle saplings, packed ice, podsol, and we need to try and find a mesa biome if we can. So obviously, to find some of those other items, we are going to have to find other specific biomes as well. But I'm not going to list all of the biomes and whatnot. It's just easier to find those little bits and pieces. So we are in a forest here, so we can nail one thing here, and that is the birch saplings. So I think that this will be our first stopping point, being as it's getting towards night time now as well. So let's see here. This is a good tree to kind of lop down. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 saplings from that. I'm going to get the bed down here. And I'm not going to worry about getting lost either. I do have the coordinates to my base. And let's jump in the bed real quick here. So, let's see if we can get any birch saplings. Pick up the bed as well. Well, while we're waiting for that to decay, why don't we chop down a couple more? So, I do want to get access, obviously, to the 2 new wood types as well, but I just didn't have access to birch, and I may want it at some point. So, I decided to just grab a couple of saplings for that tree. Just going to put a torch there so I know where to replant it. Same thing for these 2. There's a sapling right there, so we can replant that. How are we going over here? Not too good, it seems. They don't seem to drop many saplings, do they, the birch trees? Surely you can get 1. Did not get a single sapling from that tree. That's kind of a... it's pretty sad, actually, that sometimes you might not be able to replicate the tree, unfortunately. This is taking a bit longer than I would have liked, though, for sure. I just want birch saplings. There we go. There we are. I'm gonna chop a couple more down. Hopefully, we can get some decent saplings this time. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to try and replant. I'm just going to try and get some saplings. I mean, I'm not going to be staying here, so it's not too much of an issue. I'm kind of conscious that we are wasting a lot of time on this exercise. There we go. We've got plenty now. Still none over here, sadly. Well, that should be plenty. 2 birch saplings. I'll be surprised if I don't get anything from those. So let's move on from here and let's try and locate our next item, which is going to be, I think, probably either the acacia or the dark oak, which is what we're looking for next. Now, we already have pumpkins, so we don't need to look for those. In fact, we got them from that patch. This is actually where we landed initially, when we arrived in this continent. We sort of hit land somewhere over there, and I've also been across here to collect certain supplies, such as the flowers when we came back to the sunflower plains to pick up those and things like that. So I'm going to try heading in a slightly different direction than what I'm normally heading in, and before I kind of didn't come across here. So we're going to continue heading what is west. We're going to try going west and see where that ends up at. And hopefully we find something cool along the way. And we don't just hit ocean again, because otherwise I may end up having to turn back and go east. But I don't recognise any of this, so this is a good sign. So let us continue on here and see what we can see. I do like the new extreme hills biomes with the pine trees. It makes them look a lot better, I think. And we're going to kind of keep going a little bit this way as well, which is north, because I don't want to head back towards spawn, really. Oh, here's a swamp. I haven't seen that before. So we are definitely on the right track as far as getting new things is concerned. So this is the new and improved swamp biome. The grass slightly changes dependent on altitude, and it also spawns these blue orchids. So we're going to pick a couple of those up while we're here, as they are pretty nice. And lily pads. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We need lily pads, don't we? So I'm going to have to collect a bunch of these, and I'm also going to get a bunch of blue orchids as well. Okay, so stack of blue orchids and 2 stacks of lily pads are in the ender chest. So we'll pick up that. And I'm not going to save those 3, really. They're not really too important. So I've kind of took a look around the swamp, and I haven't seen too much, honestly. This seems to be ocean this way. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to head in the other direction, and hopefully we'll hit land. Maybe. That's the plan anyway. So I've got a boat out the ender chest as well. I've got to be careful though with boats and lily pads, because they still don't really work too well together. That's for sure. So let's head off this way, and we have what looks to be a forest this way, so it's probably the better option at the moment to head towards that instead. Oh, is that a dark oak over there? It's hard to tell. Or is it just lighting bug? Yeah, it's lighting bugs by the looks of it, unfortunately, where the world hasn't properly loaded in yet. So I'm going to steer clear of that for right now. I got my hopes up there that we were going to run into a dark oak forest. But we have got a plains biome over here, which is pretty cool. And there we go. That's fixed as that. I've got some tulips. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen too many of those yet. Here's my boat. I'll take that back, thanks. And why don't we pick up a couple of these tulips and all the different colours and things like that. I would like to have lots of flowers for my lab when we get back there. I'm not sure what's going on in the distance there. And what are these? These are the oxy daisies, if I'm correct. Yeah. So let's get some of these as well from the plains biome here, and we'll get some of these loaded up into the ender chest. I don't think we'll have as many of these though as we do the blue orchids, as they seem a little bit more on the rare side. And we've got some horses here, so we could have a go at taming one. Oh, I brought the leads to drag horses across watery patches. That's why I did that. We've got a nice range of horses there as well, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to mess with them for right now, though. I do want to bring home some flowers first. So I'm going to collect a bunch of these. These are the azure bleuet. I think that's how you say it. Probably not, but I'm not a flower expert, that's for sure. So, see what we got going on over here. Finding a flower forest would be pretty nice, actually. I would probably hook up a portal to that because, you know, it's just kind of a place where you can keep getting flowers all the time. Let's see, keep collecting these. How many of those have we got? 21? It's not too bad. Some of these orange tulips as well. Sheep down there. So let's see what we can get. Lots and lots of flowers. I think that's most of the flowers, honestly. I'm not looking for the dandelions or the poppies because I can get those back at the main sort of area that we are currently staying in. Just the kind of the biome specific flowers. Interesting looking cave formation down there. There we are. How many of these have we got? 29 now. Thought I'd hacked more of them down than that, but clearly not. So let's see. Nothing really over there too much. Got some chickens. Nothing too much in the way of flowers over here either, but there is some over there, so let's go over there. See what we can see. How are we doing on flowers? Not many pink tulips. Not many tulips at all. They seem pretty rare in comparison to some of the others. Particularly these oxy daisies. There's a lot of them here. Now, I'm not going to go flower mad, but I would like to have a lot of them so that I can kind of pick and choose what I want and I'm not limited, so to speak. And there is more plains over this way, so... Now, the sunflower plains by the looks of things too. That's interesting. And more horses over here as well, so we can kind of mess around with these at some point. There we go. Don't need sunflowers though, I do have sunflowers already back at base from the sunflower plains that was near our base before. Let's see then, so let's go up here. Not the most interesting thing watching me collect flowers, but it's got to be done sometimes so that we can make a cool looking lab, that's for sure. Kind of have a flower research facility or something. Another interesting looking cave formation down there. There we go. Wow, there's a lot of horses over here. Keep picking up these. I think we'll soon have a stack of those for sure. Certainly the oxy daisies and the azures for sure. There we are, pick that up. Excuse me, horse. I want my flowers. There we go. Pick up these. How many have we got now? 52. Not bad going. Some nice looking horses around here. I'm going to mess with these soon but just not right now. Kind of looking for flowers at the moment more than I am horses. Doesn't look like there's too much over that way, so we'll avoid travelling and just stick to this area. We are going to have to pass the night again, but that's fine. So let me see, what do we got? Not found anything on my shopping list yet. I've just found other things that I may need. Some more oxy daisies up there. So we'll go pick those up, and I'm also going to need to get the bed out. Probably now, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Let's take a drink there. And we'll head up here again. What do we got? 62. Maybe 63. And then we'll come down here. I'm trying to get a stack of each flower, and that's what I'm really trying to go for. Looks like we've got some more over there that we can kind of mess around with. What do we got? Let's see what we've got in terms of flowers over here. Interesting looking cave there, but not too much else. So we've got a stack of the oxy daisies, so we can put those away. Don't have a stack of anything else though yet. Get some of these azures. 58 now. Lots of those poppies around. Let me see, what do we got? Ah, looks like there's something over there that could be pretty cool. Got another swamplands, it seems. Donkeys. We got some donkeys over there. I've never seen a donkey in survival, actually. I've seen horses in survival, but never donkeys. What else have we got? Just another swamplands, it seems. But yeah, I've not seen many tulips. More donkeys. 63, so we've got a stack of those now, so we don't need to collect any more of those azures, so we're done with that. Oh, they make such racket, don't they? Oh, goodness. So let me see, what else have we got? I'm kind of just exploring at this point and seeing if I can spot anything new in terms of flowers. And biomes, of course. So, we've got this swamplands off this way. But it doesn't look as if we've got anything else that's particularly new over here, so I may leave this biome and continue on because I can't find too much. The only things that are here that are pretty cool are horses, but I can come back here. I know roughly where it is at a later date. And I've got to cross water to bring a horse back, so it would be kind of a challenge to do that right now. So I think we should get the boat out again. And yeah, okay, let's get the boat out again. I've been on peaceful this entire time. That is why I've not been hungry. I always get that mixed up for some reason. I don't even know why I was on peaceful. But I don't know. Oh, I feel bad when that happens as well, because for some reason it ends up always on that difficulty when I've been doing a test or something. But never mind. More extreme hills over this way. And of course my boat breaks. That's why I brought another one. And get my ender chest back. And let's see what else we can see. I'm gonna steer clear of the swamp for right now because we don't need that. Stream Hills doesn't really offer me anything I haven't already seen, because we are near Extreme Hills, closer to home, just some cool looking mountains and whatnot. We'll have to see. Let's continue on, and hopefully we'll run into something new. A cool looking lava fall there, and nice little crag type valley there. I must say that the generation on the whole, I feel, is a lot better in this version than it used to be. The Extreme Hills were they were pretty boring, and they always sort of forced themselves into peaks, and there was never really any flat parts, so I'm glad that that's kind of been remedied somewhat in this version. We're just kind of encircling the Extreme Hills at the moment. I don't want to stray too far away and end up going into an ocean. So I'm going to keep it in view at all times. What else have we got? Very interesting looking feature there. Is it just that the world isn't loaded in, or is that just on its own? Is that really just on its own? Oh man, that looks like a little gun rising up through the water there. Pretty cool, I have to say. So we've kind of encircled this and not really seen too much. So I don't know what all to see now. So we're kind of going back to where we were. I think the plains is over this way. But it's certainly faster to do this via boat than it is via walking, that's for sure. Still on Extreme Hills yet. I'm going to continue on this way and see what we get. And after this adventure, by the way, I'm going to offer the world download again, so you can check out the new stuff I've explored. I've been releasing a lot of world downloads lately, certainly a lot faster than I used to, but that's mainly due to the fact that we've been doing so much exploring. That looks really cool. I really like that. I don't know if it's just me, but dirt here seems a bit more reddish than it normally is. It's probably just me though, honestly. I'll continue out of the way here. Did my boat break again? Goodness gracious. Well, looks like we're going to be on foot for the next bit. I could make another boat, but I'm going to stick to land, I think, a little bit now. Oh, there's dark oak. That's the dark oak biome right there, so that's a pretty sight. We can get some dark oak saplings, and we can get that off our list. What would really help me here would actually be ender pearls and speed potions, but I don't have either at the moment, so it's just going to be walking and boating for me at the moment. Cool looking formation up there too. There we go. So here's the roofed forest biome. And there's actually a birch forest right next to it. Oh dear. Tried to collect that birch and then there's an entire forest made of it. So this is one of the new biomes. This is the roofed forest, and it has a new type of wood. That is the dark oak variety. So it's basically like oak wood, but as the name would suggest, a lot darker. There we are. So I'm going to chop down one of these trees. Quite big trees too, honestly. But you do need a minimum of 4 to regrow one. So I'm going to have to bear that in mind. Kind of tricky as well to deal with. This biome also has the giant mushrooms in that we've seen at the Mushroom Island. But I really want to get some saplings for this, if I can. try cutting down another one as well. That's why I have an axe. There we go. Cut this down. Could have a lot of dark oak wood. It should trigger. There we go. There's one. Now we need a couple more, I think, at least. Let's cut this down as well. There's like a group of them kind of all merged in here. Very cool looking trees though, I do like them. Let's chop this down as well. Drop saplings, drop. There's two. So hopefully we can muster up enough and I would like to get 8 if I can. I'm also going to sleep soon and pass the night. Let's see. Let's jump in this bed. I may run over and grab some more birch saplings, being as we do have the birch forest right there as well. And I think we're probably going to call it an episode pretty soon, actually, because we've been going for quite a while now, and I'll probably continue on in the next episode. How many we got now? 4, 5. Because I can replicate these back at base, but I do want enough to kind of get started as well. There we are, we're getting some now. How many we got now? 10? Might even get 12 out of this deal. So I'm probably also going to do a little bit of exploring off camera, and I'll probably bring you in when we actually find something new next episode as well. So yeah, I'm going to, off camera, do a little bit more exploring on my own. I'm going to collect some more of these dark oak saplings. I'm also probably going to grab some more birch. And then I will meet you in the next episode when we have found something new. And hopefully I will see you guys then. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you next time. So until then guys, see you later, and have a good day.